Hey, sorry about that. Somebody knocked on my door, and of course the dog went crazy. Um, Anyways, I was just trying to say, I'm as far as solitaire games go, this one is right in the middle. It's not fantastic, it's not awful, it's in the middle, and and I think the biggest detractor to me is I don't like automas, which these NPCs sort of are. They, at the end of every round, just roll a die and score points. I wish that the designer got a little more creative and found a way for the enforcer to score points and found a way for the scoundrel to score points. More than just simply them blowing you up some of the times. I wish that maybe there was more pirates involved, that the enforcer's going after those pirates, and maybe you're helping the enforcer, or the scoundrel is helping the pirates, and then you're helping the scoundrel. I wish there was more to the solitaire game. This solitaire game is just barely in the fun category in that regard. I don't enjoy automas. Anachrony is the perfect automa, and I know the guy gets all kinds of accolades, but I don't like it. It simply just blocks the build space as soon as possible. So when you're playing Anachrony solo, what do? You build. Because if you don't build, the AI is going to block it. And it's a guarantee that they will. So it's annoying. Cloudstone is another one that has an AI automa like that. And the reasons I don't like automas is you're learning to beat the automa instead of learning to play the game. Does that make sense? Playing the game of Xayah is one thing. Beating the automa is a different thing. And here's my perfect example. To do Meteor Shower, there was a particular ship that benefits from taking damage. So you need that ship to be paired up with that mission, and then all of a sudden, boom, this is an easy win, right? That is just taking advantage of a ship ability and solving a puzzle. It is not playing the game of Xayah. And and I know some people are going to argue with that, and it's a free world. Please, have whatever opinion you'd like. But I see AIs that to me are fun, are the kind where you're playing the game and the game is playing with you. I don't mind tower, like there's this silly game called Castle Panic. Played it with my kids all the time. I loved that game. The AI for that was sweet. I mean, it was just a tower defense type of thing, but the AI was perfect because you play the game and the AI is just throwing stuff at you, but you're still playing the game. And I also hate invisible units, which is why Lord of the Rings Journeys in Middle-earth really irked me, because invisible units just pop up out of nowhere. Annoys me. That annoys me, that how orcs and plate mail can just show up out of nowhere. We did a very long, almost 3-month-long series of playthroughs where we went through all the D-Day games, and then we went through Enemy Action Ardennes and even Space Corps. It's really interesting to see how all those games evolved, but I actually found D-Day at Omaha Beach to be one of my most favorite solitaire games ever. And definitely my most favorite of his. And what's funny is the reason I liked it is because it had a very solid AI system. The units were there for you to see. And if there were going to be invisible units popping up, they popped up far away from you, not like on top of you, so you could prepare for them and plan for them. And it was perfect. Now, I get it that every time you play the game, it felt the same because those certain bunkers never moved. They were always there. The only thing that changed was maybe what markers were turned upside down. But it was one of the better of his games. And then it started to get more and more towards invisible units popping up because that's what the Japanese do, because they, and I get all the thematics to it, but I didn't enjoy it. And Enemy Action Ardennes was the king of invisible units just popping up out of nowhere. And I get it. You're not supposed to know where all the enemy is in a particular time period and in a war situation. But, you do have recon capability yourselves, and to be ambushed and popped up around every corner, no, not into it. So anyways, there are things about solitaire games. I think a good solitaire game is very hard to make. And that's why when Kickstarters come out and it says, hey, we got solitaire mode, I get a little leery of them. Even the Historia game that we did had a solitaire mode, and it was a little gamey, if you recall. We were able to really game that. And I hate gaming the system. So learning how to beat the AI is different than learning how to beat another player. And I know it's really hard to emulate another player. I get that as well. But to me, a good solitaire game, okay, let's take Brook City. Brook City has a lot of pandemic-style solitaire elements to it, where at the end of your turn, the AI gets things, and then little chips are going to show up here and chips are going to show up there, and you sort of have to remove the cubes before it spreads. It's got a pandemic-style feel to it, but there's a reason Pandemic was a fantastic game. I admit, playing Pandemic now is a snoozer. It's because other people have taken those elements and just made it so much better. I mean, Brook City is the perfect example. It is so much more fun than Pandemic. But it's still a wonderful solitaire mechanic. I think the Automa thing is not as wonderful. And the Automa in this game, Automas in Anachrony, and some other games, they're too cheesy for me. But it doesn't mean I don't enjoy playing them. It's just that I grow tired of them, because I really think that once I figure them out, then it's boring. So D-Day at Omaha Beach is never boring to play. It could be repetitive and get boring for that reason, but in terms of the challenge, it's never boring. Anyways, back to this game, we got to figure out what we want to do. And the first thing that I forgot to do while I was cleaning up is all of our Tier 1 ships are back in action. So I'm going to take out all the non-Tier 1 ships. And we got them all back, baby. Okay, so we have all of our ships at our disposal. Sorry, caffeine break. We have a Goofy Tigress Gate, which we could score points on right away. We don't need another gate to score points on. We have a Quarry, which I don't know if it can help us. And we do already have a planet, which means that the merchant's going to come out as soon as Kemplar does. So what do we want to do? We still have to do the exploration token. And it does count gates. So this would be 1 point towards that. And then there's, of course, 2 more exploration tokens. This is a viable one, so we'll set it aside. Missions, I think we just have to get to a point where we want to do them. But if you recall, there is a bonus here, +3 to all mission rolls. I think we want to get that first before we try to do the mission one. So I'm going to set that one off to the side. This one is we're going to go straight up scoundrel mode and get bounties. And we're going to go... I actually don't mind trying this. We are at +3 now. It could go up to +5 to our bonuses. So maybe we should wait till we get to +5. So I'll set that aside. This one, I don't think we're ready for. I think we need like Loth or something. And then there's 5 titles, which this is, like I said, every time this comes up, I tell you, this is a crapshoot. So I think it's pretty clear. I'm going to go for the exploration one. And so then which ship are we going to do? And I did an awful job of putting away all the cards. So let me get all the cards back. I thought the system was awesome when I first started doing it. Not so much now. Okay. So, Numerator is all about getting engine roll bonuses. when you collect an exploration token, you can pay 5 energy to double the result. I remember us taking that, thinking that we would use that. And then you could pay 5 energy to place an exploration token, but only if there's none on the board. This ended up being like the most useless skill ever. This one's way better. You get to add to your engine roll immediately after. We can spend an energy to add. I like that, and I think I'm going to go with it. I'm not going to spend time looking through them all again. We'll go with Numerator. And we do have to find the Numerator ship again. Give me a second. It is this guy right here. So that would be this particular ship. And then as far as equipping it, I think I'm going to do that with a GTS for 2,000. And then see, that was 2,000. So we want to be a good explorer. We could try to upgrade the engine. That would be an interesting idea. So if I spent 3,000 and we got the best engine in the game, and then just 1,000 more for the GTS, and then we call it a day. I sort of like that idea. Let's try it. So everything else I'm going to just set off to the side, and then our skill, pretty decent one, we'll put right there. And then we got to figure out how we're going to lay these tiles. I think we want to get, I do want to go through this gate. So I think I'm going to start on the gate. And so I'm going to put that like so. And then I'm going to put these near each other. So for example, this one I'm going to put not very far from the kiln. Actually, that would be a bad idea. I'll put it like this. And then this exploration token is going to go right there. Ooh, so it's the exploration tokens that I need to be near. Let me think about this some more. There we go. There we go. So what I'm doing here is if I start at this spawn point, there's an exploration token there, and there's an exploration token there. And if I use the gate, I'm either going to appear here or there, and I'm next to that one. Okay, so that's how we're going to roll for our first turn. And so then I'm just grabbing 2 exploration tokens, there, and those are the only 2 in the game. So I do have work to do, Scooby-Doo, but that's where our movement points are going to come in, and hopefully we can knock this out. Okay, so that's it. We're ready to go. So let's go ahead and start off with an action, and we're going to roll this, and I got a 3. Of course I got a low number. The GTS makes it a 5, and then our bonuses add +3 to that, which makes it an 8. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and get this one. And then I'm going to scan that particular area. And we actually got 5 more movement points. So we're going to match the T. And we got another one of these. Oh, there's a exploration token there. And I'm realizing I forgot to put the comets out. So let's get those out. Okay, I'm going to keep going and get this one out here. So I'm going to go 3, and I have to stop and roll d6. And I rolled a 5. I hope you can see okay. So this comet's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to go 4 to there. And now I'm going to roll d20. And I rolled a 13. And so I pass, I don't get a cube. Per the rule clarification, my energy is back to full strength. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to roll d20. And I rolled a 7. So I'm going to end up right here on the 19 for 9. And we scored a fame point for that. So we get an event. I'm at 9 movement points. We just got an event. And the event is the variable star. So the kiln area is going to do that solar flare thing at the end of every round. And I always forget to do that, so please remind me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think this is 10. And I have 13, 11, 12. Roll. Got a 2. And then 13. That is an 18. So we got another one. And this one is 5 more movement points. Okay. So I do have 2 of these. I'm going to hand in for a fame point. And so I have 2 fame points. And by the way, both of them count towards our mission. We need to get 7. And it's a 15-point game. Okay, so what did I say? This was 10, 11, 12, 13. That was actually going to be all my movement. But now I got 5 more again. So yeah, we'll go here and get some missions. There's 1. This one is Kemplar 2, so I'll at least take that one for now. 2. 1, 2, 3. Oh crap, that's exactly where I was moving to. So I will go 3, 4, and then 5, and then we'll scan these 2. So this one first, the arrow. All right, so we got Loath, which is not necessarily good, because that means this scoundrel is out right away and we're right near him. And his bounty thing came off. His bounty, by the way, is always 2,000, and I have that on his card. And then we're going to do this one. Oh, and the merchant's coming out. And the planets are pretty darn close to each other. I'm actually doing the thing that's causing me to lose the game last time. So the merchant for sure is coming out, and he's going to show up right there. Okay. That was, by the way, just 1 engine action on my part. So I get to keep going. I can try to go through the Loath planetary shield, but then I get outlaw. And I'm not sure I want to be an outlaw, but before we keep going, we do get to see what the AI is going to be for each of these. So give me a second while I sort these. All right, so here's the merchant. 2, 4, 6, 8. He's going to be usual suspect. So he's going to move to the target, and if he arrives, he adds +2 to the roll, and he gets to do it twice. Okay, and that's bad because those 2 planets are pretty close to each other, so we need to get another planet out. The scoundrel is like this, and it's a 3. He's hateful. He's always hateful. Oh, you silly scoundrel. Okay, so he's hateful, and you know how he works. He's going after me all the time. He's a one-track mind. Okay, so we're going to do another action on the engine again. We got a lot of movement for just having 3 movement points. Holy cow, folks. All right, so this is a 4 plus 5 is 9. And so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get to this explore token. And we got ourselves a cube. One of these nice little pink ones. And we're going to explore this way and that way. So we'll do the square first. And we got a debris field. And explore token goes there. And then here, that little thing. And there's Kemplar. So I would love to get that explore token, but I got to walk around in order to get that one. So this is interesting. To get the Kemplar one was going to require me a lot of movement points to do. I'm going to go ahead and start to do that. So I think that's the end of my movement right there. 8, 9. I have 2 of these, so I'm handing them in for a fame point. And if you're keeping track, we got ourselves 3 points towards our objective. And we get, attack 2 ships in 1 turn. We get a fame point for that. I don't know if I'll be doing that anytime soon, but it's there for us. So now we're going to do our last action. And I got a 4, and a 5 is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just enough to get this explore token, which is a commander thing where he wants to be delivered. And he wants to be delivered to Cruller 4, which we don't have yet. I do have the shuttle mission that I can pick up here. However, the place to deliver it is nowhere to be found. So it's really interesting. I don't have a mission that really benefits me yet. This one would only pay $1,000. I'll keep the shuttle mission that I currently have. Okay, so I've used my 3 engines, and now I'm going to do my impulse of 4 and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to spend 2 more energy. See, that's great because I went back to full charge. So I'm going to spend 2 more energy, and we're going to reveal, hold on, I revealed those 2, and then Loth should be another one. I'm going to move myself down 1 more energy. I think I explored Loth and forgot to reduce my energy for that. All right, so we're going to do this here. Oh, his trade routes are, look, it's all these planets. They're all right next to each other. I got to maybe quit feeding the bear here, huh? So we now have that. And then this one here. Oh my gosh, another one. Oh, so we actually, I don't know, this might make it harder on the merchant because he may have to do a lot of zigzagging. But anyways, that's our situation. And we do have 2 nice progress tokens. They're going to be relatively easy to get with our high-speed engine we got. But that's our situation, and so now we're going to end our turn. And if we end our turn, we have to do the one that has the most sides, which is this. This one's being revealed all on its own. So I'm going to reveal and match that circle. It's another debris field. So the circle's going to look like so. And we are... we're doing a bang-up job of getting this universe explored. It's revealing itself immensely. So first thing we got to do is AI. And so the scoundrel came out first, so we're going to control him first. And as you know, he wants to kill me. So he's going to move 9 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And he does avoid comet trails and stuff if he can. So his turn's over. And then we go to the merchant. The merchant is at whatever that is, Durapus. And so we got to look at his Duravin. Okay, so he's here. So the next spot on his trade route is Azor. And Azor is this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He made it. So he gets a +2 to his die roll. So then the next one after that is Kempler. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's getting a +4 to his die roll. So we're actually going to be doing awful against this particular merchant. And I need to find the D20. Now we're going to roll for their die roll. And I know it went off the screen, but it's a 16. And the 16 plus 4 is 20. It did not hurt us. The +4 didn't, and they're going to score 2 points. So at the end of the first round, we have 3 points. They have 2. So the fact that we're beating them is sort of good. I'm quite happy with that. The variable star thing goes off, and there's nobody near the kiln, so nobody gets damaged. And now it's our turn. We're starting round 2. Now, the thing that I'm trying to figure out what to do is, should I go into these planets and get the progress tokens? And the answer is obviously yes. I keep passing on these debris fields. I probably should have picked those up along the way. Like maybe I want to go grab this one before I grab the rest, is what I'm thinking. So let's try that. I don't know. I forgot 1, 2, 3. We don't have much energy left. We only have 1 point of energy left. So we are going to have to stop our turn inside of a planet. So yes, I am going to go after these debris field ones because I'm not going to be able to do a lot of scanning this particular round. So let's go ahead and activate our engine. And I rolled an 11. Now, I forgot to seed this. The AI merchant doesn't need it, and so far we haven't. And I'll worry about it whenever I need to. But this is awesome. I got an 11, that becomes a 13. It's a 12-sided die, which means I get to add +3 because of the campaign bonuses. So I'm at a full 15 movement points for this. So I got a lot of things I can do. I can even consider going all the way back for this one. Do I want to, is the question. You know what? I'm going to go 1, 2. We're going to scan here and get this arrow. All right, so all kinds of juicy stuff coming out here. We got 4 of these, and then we have another progress token. So yes, now I'm going to go 3, 4, 5. And that is full energy. Yes, we're up to 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Remember, 1 through 3 and we die. Ooh, that was a 5. That was close. Okay. Full energy again, which doesn't do us any good. That was what, 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that was 12. And then I'm going to swing around to get that one. 13, 14. And I'm actually going to end my turn at 14. And I'll spend 1 energy to reveal this one. And it's one of the gates. So we're going to match that circle after we finish beating up my pieces. So I ended my turn here. And we got another piece of the pie out. Okay, if the other gate were to come out, I get a different point for that. So before I do my next engine action, I am going to cash 2 of these in for another point. So we are now up to 4 points. And all 4 of them, by the way, have been towards our goal. And infestation. Oh, this is the thing where if we ever roll a 1, we take a damage. So if I'm ever next to somebody, I can give that damage away. It's a silly card in a solo game, but I can see how it's fun in a multiplayer game. All right, so next is we're going to do another engine. Engine, number 9, going down Chicago line. If the train should jump the track, do you want your money back? All right, we got a 6. And then we get to add 5 to that, so we're at 11. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and get rid of this card. I'm giving this to the scoundrel. I'll give them the rats. Six, 7, 8, and then I'm going to just finish my move. 9, 10, 11, because I always forget what my movement points were. Oh, and then I get 5 more movements, so that's awesome. And so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to scan here for 1 point. So I am now at 7 energy, and we're scanning, and we got Vortex 86. Oh, I forgot to say what we're matching. It'll be this thing, which is, ooh, that's actually going to work out really well for us. And I think I would have stopped there because I'm going into this. Okay, so now we're going to do our last engine action. Roll the die. Oh my gosh, it's a 1 plus a 5 is 6. Well, I'm going to go here for 1. And there's an 8. So I take 8 energy damage. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. So 7 energy damage goes to 0. And then I think I have to lose an arm token. So it goes to disarm for 8. Okay, so, and then my impulse is still available. So that was a big price to pay, but we got it for 1 movement point. And we take an ice damage. So ice damage comes on. No worries there. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we got a mission, which is I have to deliver to TK421, which is not on the board. So I'm not going to accept this mission. And unfortunately, I'm out of movement points. I was hoping to get to the lawful planet because then the scoundrel wouldn't even be able to get to me. But I think I might still be okay because I still don't think the scoundrel's going to be able to get to me here. And then just as an FYI, I have 2 more sets of these, 2 and 4. And I'm going to score myself 2 more points. 5 and 6. So we are 1 point away from, without making a purchase from the smuggler's den, have 1 of each of the 5 types of cargo cubes, and you score 3 points for that. Okay, so that's out. And I'm ending my turn. So it's very clear and obvious where the next one's going to go. It's going to go there. So we're going to match the circle. And we got the brink. Well, this is one we rarely see. This one has a nebula field and then this tiny little planet called Tig. And it looks like, yeah, it's got this gravity thing going on. So, anyways, we said we were going to match the circle, which would be this. And there's unfortunately no progress token on that one. But I think we're reaching a point where the progress tokens are not necessarily what we need. If we get just 1 more gate, we can get our last point that way. All right, so AI time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's gunning for us. And then the merchant is on Kemplar. And he wants to go to Neo Damascus, which is all the way over there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And he's going to use both of his movement points to get there. And he will get a +2 to his die roll. So here we go. I rolled a 5, which is a nice low number. And even with a +2, he's going to score 1 point. So we are sitting at 6-3. We're winning. So we're doing great. Okay, now, just as a reminder, this barrier is, you can't see through it, so I can't scan the galaxy here. Okay, so the second star damage or whatever, the variable star thing's happening, but no one's near the kiln. As you notice, we're far away from the kiln. So we did replenish all of our energy. I forgot to do that. And our ice damage went away, and our disarm marker is no longer disarmed. So we were able to do all that on the planet. So now I'm going to activate our engine, and let's go. There we go. 9 and 5 is 14. It's a lot better than rolling a 1. That's for certain. So let's go 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I have a pink cube in my hand, so that doesn't do any good to sell, but I'll go there for 14. And so we got a purple cube, which doesn't help us either. Although, if we get one of every cube, I guess. Okay, so now I'm going to do our impulse drive. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to spend 2 energy, and we're going to scan these 2 areas. And this is just the AI cards. Normally we don't go this far over, but we are this time. We're going to get a T out. Oh, we got this one. This one has 2 exploration tokens on it, but it's a little dangerous. And it goes like this. And then this one here, we're going to match the straight line. And it's another goofy one, the chasm. With a exploration token. All right, so now we got all kinds of weirdness. We could try to ride this little train and see if we can get these exploration tokens. So I'm going to use another action. And I got 5 plus 5 is 10. So I'm going to step onto here, and then this is going to move me 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then what I'm going to do is, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now that I'm on it, I can move around however I like. So I think I said I had 10 movement total. So this is 8. We're going to grab this one, which gives me a green cube. And then I'm going to go 9, 10, and that ends my turn. Okay, so now I have to use my next and last engine action. Oh, and I only got a 6. So we're going to go here for 1. Another captain mission. This one wants us to go to Doravan, which is on the map. So I'll go ahead and just take this one because we at least have something that we can deliver. And I still have 5 more movement. So 2, 3. And then I have to deal with this nonsense again. So 4. And I rolled a 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I got 2 movement points left. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 2 energy and scan. So we're going to scan this arrow here. And we got the Red Gulch. Asteroid field. And there is a progress marker for that one. And then this one here is a debris field. Okay. All right, so I have, like I said, 2 more movement points. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to step and grab this one because I just want to get out of this gravity field. So I'm going to grab this one, and we can't roll a 1, 2, or 3. I rolled an 11, so we're fine there. And we got an ice damage. So that is problematic. because we're out of movement. And we're going to lose a cube. And I just have one more movement point left. And so if I want to get back to a planet, I'm in a bit of a pickle here. So I'll use my one more movement and just go to there. Okay, so we need to get 7 points to satisfy our mission. And you can see by the orange damage cubes here, or damage crystals, that I'm going to get my 7th point right now by handing in 2 of these. And so we just got all 7 points by using a gate or exploration tokens, and we satisfied the mission. Now we still need to get to 15 points to win the game, but this is an excellent start. And so here, Tigress Gate is now a normal gate. And so we can use it. Basically, we can jump through the gates now and jump through Tigress Gate to get to Samara Gate and actually get some benefit from that. That is what happened after we scored our point. So with that knowledge in mind, I am going to move this way with my 1 extra movement instead. Okay, so I am at the end of my turn, and it was sort of intentional because I'm thinking I want to go towards the kiln because I got to get rid of my ice. The ice, by the way, it spreads. And it's going to cause this cube to be destroyed. So the AI is going to get a +2 to its die roll as a result. And I do have to spend 3 energy to rearm. I have 2 more left, and I'm going to take, I could take a point, but I'm going to take 2,000 bucks because I think I can use that to score more points later. So I'm going to do that. And with all these planets out on the board, I think I can get away with scoring 3 points here as a collector if I can have one of all 5 cargo types in my cargo. I really think that that's a nice way to score, and this 2,000 bucks is going to get me there. Okay, so I'm going to explore that area right next to the kiln there. And we're going to line up the arrow here. And it's Burning Horse, which we were looking for the longest time. And another exploration token comes out. Okay, so now that our turn ended, the scoundrel's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. So he's gonna try to avoid these gravity things, but I don't, can he even? Yes, he can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He has to go all the way around, which actually does get him closer to us because that's the direction we're going. So he's cutting us off at the pass. Okay, and then the merchant. He's on Neo Damascus, and now he needs to go to Lunari. And you know what? All of the planets are out. So I just realized there's only 5 planets, and all 5 of them are out. So we could actually get some serious trade routes going if we wanted. So we could win the game doing that, but let's just play it out. So he's trying to go to Lunari. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He can't go through here because of the gravity. So he has to go around. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he does make it. He gets a +2. So they're going to get a +4 to their die roll. 13 + 4 is 17. The other +2 is because of this. So at 17, they score 2 points. So they're up to 5 points. We are at 7. So they're right there with us. Okay, so it's back to me. And I'm going to put in this. And if we get some good rolls here, we can, I think, put the scoundrel in our dust. 8 + 5 is 13. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to roll at 5. And then I'm going to go 6, 7, and get this. And then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm heading that way, okay? So this is a green cube, which I don't have room for. So the green cube is being jettisoned, although I would love to have had it. Actually, could I have prevented damage? You know what? Here's what I would have done. I didn't even think about this. Once per game, I can put myself in the kiln. So that's not going to change the way the scoundrel moves, but I would have ended my turn in the kiln last turn. Okay? So this damage would be gone because I would have ended my turn in the kiln, and then this would be at full. So we're just going to go ahead and continue the turn, and from the kiln, I have to roll because the kiln moves 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Like that. So I would have gone out, gotten the exploration token, and then ended up back next to the kiln for my 13 movement. Okay, so that part's fine. And then when I was at the kiln, I would have spent 1,000 to get one of these, put it on the end, and move all of our cubes in there. So we actually have 3 of the 5. So what are the other 2? We have green, pink, and purple. We need blue and yellow, or orange still. Orange is purchased at Kemplar, and blue is purchased at Neo Damascus. Can I get orange or blue any other way? Like through Nebula or stuff like that? I don't think so. Okay, so we're very close to Neo Damascus. But let's see how well our engine works. So we're going to hit a second engine here. And I got a 10, which I can go all the way up to 15. So I will take the 15, and I know it's pretty far away, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the Tigris Gate and end up at Samara to get a victory point. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, then 4, like that, and then 5, 6. I have to roll for damage, and it would be 1 ice damage. And I'll go ahead and put that on my ship. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I'm going to end my movement there. So what I'm doing is I'm delivering this captain to Dwarven 5, so I do get $1,000, and I get a victory point, so I'm up to 8 now. And then I'm up to 9 because I went through the gate. I can put more of these on because I'm still scoring points from exploring, but it doesn't matter. All right, so Reckless. Perform 3 blind jumps in 1 turn. Okay, can't really do that. So that was the end of my second move, and I'm actually right next to the Scoundrel, so this is actually a little problematic, but we're going to head over to Kemplar here, and I just got 15 movement points to do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And so, yes, I'm going to spend $1,000, and I'm actually going to get 3 orange cubes, and my ice will melt. I get 3 orange cubes because of the ability I have. All right, and then I'm ending my turn in Kemplar, which causes my ice to melt. I do have an impulse drive, which I'm going to use just to move 1 space to there. All right, and we're going to be poised to fly to Neo Damascus and win the game next round, or at least try to. Okay, so I have 1 exploration token out of the 2 I need to score. I have this ability, by the way, where I can, if I scan, I can take the bottom 5 tiles from the pile and pick any one I want. And I forgot to use that the whole game. So it says, let me see if I can use it as my end of turn action. Nope, I have to do a scan action. And I don't think this is considered a scan action. It's considered a system expanse. So looking at the board for system expanse, I either have to expand here, or I'm going to expand up next to the kiln. I'll expand up next to the kiln, and it's going to be the huck or the shuffleboard thing. This is Outpost 338. Okay, and then the scoundrel doesn't move because I'm in lawful territory and he can't hunt me down. Oh my gosh, I've been spending this whole game. I forgot to put the enforcer out. Accept my apologies, folks. That was just awful of me. So it's 3, he's corrupt. So he's gonna go after the player if he's an outlaw. And then try to, I can bribe him. So I'm not an outlaw, so this enforcer would have sat there the whole game anyway. So we didn't miss anything exciting. But the merchant, though, is doing all the points for them. So they are on Lunari. So now they're going to go to Doravin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And they will make it here. So they're going to get a +2. And so now we do their die roll. And a 7 + 2 is no harm to us. It's 1 point for them. They're at 6, we are at 9. Okay, so we start our turn. We would have been fully refreshed because we were on a planet. And off we go. All right, I rolled the wrong die. 4 + 5 is 9. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to have to activate the engine again. 9 + 5 is 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there, I'm going to spend 1,000 and buy just 1. Well, this is interesting. First thing I got to do is seed this. How many blue and orange could I have bought is the question. So we'll do blue first. There's 3 of those. And then the orange, there was only 1. So I bought 3 orange last time, but there was only 1 to buy. So I only got 1 orange, so I'm going to get 2 of the blue. So this orange is gone, and these 2 blue are gone. Okay, because I bought orange at the Kempler last turn. That's what I forgot to do. I forgot to take into effect that there's a supply here. So there's 2 purple. 4 green. And 5 pink. Okay, so that's our situation. And my issue was I was actually out of cargo space, but now I'm not because I was only able to buy 1 of the orange. Okay, so first thing that happens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I take this title right here, which as you can see scores me 3 victory points. And then I collect $1,000 when I sell all the cargo cubes in my hold, if that ever happens. But I get 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. So first thing that comes out is an event, and then another title. So let's do the event first. So if I go to an ice asteroid and give them like $2,000, I gain a fame point. A shield, I gain a fame point. And a Terra Cube, which is the green, I gain a fame point. So that might be helpful. And then here, if I salvage 7 times in one turn, that's at a debris field. Remember, you roll is 1 to 3, you blow up. I scored 2 points if I could pull that off. So if I move into a debris field and just salvage 7 times, I really could do this. A debris field that's nearby that I can salvage at, though, is not very close. But that is a doable thing. Because remember, I can prevent damage and I can prevent being blown up. I can do both of those things. So I am going to use my impulse drive right now and move 2 spaces. And I know you can't see super well, but there's a sell space over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell that orange cube. And I get 1,000 normally, but as my once per game bonus, I get 2,000. So yes, I get 2,000 bucks for that. All right, I do have one more engine action. So the question is, where do I want to go? Selling that cube did not score me a point. Originally, I thought it was going to because I had 3 orange cubes. But now I have to go all the way over here to Lunari. And if I sell there, see there's blue cubes I can sell there for 2 points. So I still need to get 3 more points, although those 3 points I just scored was awesome. If I get 1 more progress token, there's no more planets that I'm going to reveal. Well, there is like an outlaw one that I could reveal. So that's the Smuggler's Den. So I'm sitting on 2,000. I got 1 more engine activation I can do. And you know what? There's no harm in actually activating it, and then I could just choose not to move. Let's see how much I roll. I got the full 15. Okay, so I'm very far away from the scoundrel, so I don't have to worry about him coming after me. I have full energy, so I don't have to stay. I have 2,000 bucks, so I was thinking maybe I can get another cargo hold thing. Also, I could buy a shield and sell it for the humanitarian aid thing and get points that way. So what I think I'm going to do if I give a green cube at the asteroid, I can score at least 1 point that way. But I need to score 2 more. And I can do blind jumps. But here's the thing. The Zaya star is still in that pile. And that could be really dangerous. All right, let's do our move. We're going to do 15 movement points. I need more search tokens. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what does it say? 9, 10. And then when I stopped here, the comet moved. So I'm on the mission point, and I'm going to give up the green cube, and that scores me 1 victory point. I'm up to 13. That causes us to get another event. The Enforcer now takes 2 turns in a row instead of 1 and rolls an additional die when attacking. All right, so he's pretty nasty. All right, so I got 5 more movement points left. I was going to go get that progress token that's here, but as you can see, the comet got in my way. I don't know if I can move through the comet or not. I've always played that I can't. Although he can move through us. So what I'm going to do is just go 1, 2, and of course the comet goes right to the spot I was going to go. And I'll just stop there and scan here. And I'm going to do my ability where I get to take the bottom 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's not that many left. We're going to take the bottom 5 and we're going to pick which one we want to bring out. Let me just make sure there's a 5. Yep. All right, so we got another gate. This one is nice, but it's a dangerous one. We have a lost sector. We got another gate. Notice that the gates don't have exploration tokens on them at all. And I don't get fame points anymore for using them. And then lower stratus would give me... I mean, the nice thing about the gate is I could now jump from that sector, you know, back so I can maybe sell more stuff, right? I mean, that is a viable thing. It's just that there's no... I have one exploration token. If I could just get one more, I get another victory point. So I'm going to take lower stratus here, and then I'm going to put the gates over top of these two. I don't need a dead planet, and I certainly don't need the lost sector. The lost sector can be the bottom one. So we'll do that, and then this one will be the one we select, and then the rest of these go back to the bottom of the deck. So that Smuggler's Den is in the next 5 tiles, by the way. There is a Smuggler's Den that still hasn't come out. Okay. There's a square right underneath my thumb. All right, so with the way this orientation's working out, the progress token's right in the middle here. I am out of movement points. I'm done. So we then have to reveal a tile. That's a candidate, but I'm going to do the one right up near me, right here. And we're going to match up the shuffleboard. And it's TK421. And there's another exploration token right there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then from Doravan, they're going to Azor. Yes, we did this before. So that they're going to be able to go there and then there. So they're going to get a +4. So 15 + 4 is 19. They're scoring 2 points. They're up to 8. We're at 13. We're 2 away. Okay. I just realized when I was at the, for this humanitarian aid, I could have given them my $2,000 and getting another victory point. So I'm going to do that. So I just spent 2 actions there, and so I'm actually at 14. So now that I start my turn, all I have to do is get that dang exploration token and we win the game. So we're going to do that. I would have had to spend 2, 3 energy to recharge, but we're going to go here, and that's 8 + 5. That's 13 movement, and then we're going to go into the energy field. I rolled a 15 and I pass, and sure enough, 1, 2, 3, and then this is a victory. So we get another blue cube. Doesn't matter. I'm handing in 2 of these for a fame point, and boom, we got ourselves 15 and easy peasy lemon squeezy. We just got Expert Explorer. So once per game is a minor action, we can reveal all the exploration tokens currently on the board and leave them face up. So that is now added to our arsenal of abilities, and there's only 4 more left to finish out the campaign. We have 15 points, they have 8, so we get a +7 to our score. That is huge. That's the second largest we've gotten all game. And this one was Expert Explorer. And I'm taking the +5 to shield, missile, and blaster. All right. So there we go. Sorry for the interruption early on with my dog. We could have done this all in one video, but we had a very healthy exploration going on, and sure enough, we were revealing tiles left and right. I forgot to use my numerator ability the entire game. This would have added to my engine roll, and actually there's a few spots in the game where I really would have benefited from it. My apologies there. This really was the right ship for the job. I didn't even need it though, because with the +2,000 starting bonus, I was able to buy the Gucci engine from the start. And that's everything, folks. Being able to buy a Gucci engine when you're doing exploration was huge. So thanks for watching. Stay awesome.